Hello, fellow parents and caregivers. Picture this: the giggles, the first words, the bedtime stories, those magical moments that make parenthood an incredible journey. But what if I told you that something as common as ear infections, the ones we often brush off as just part of growing up, could have a long-lasting impact on those precious milestones? Today, we're diving into the groundbreaking research that reveals the surprising and long-lasting effects of chronic ear infections on a child's language skills. Buckle up, because this information might just reshape how you navigate the highs and lows of parenting. Stick around, because you won't want to miss what we have uncovered. If you're visiting for the first time, I'm Dr. Taniesha Burke, your positive parenting coach, and welcome to our channel. Ear infections are a rite of passage for many children, often dismissed as a temporary nuisance. However, a groundbreaking study from the University of Florida suggests that chronic ear infections could have far-reaching consequences on a child's language development. The research underscores the importance of taking ear infections seriously to protect children's auditory processing and language skills in the long run. So let's get into looking at the study to determine how ear infections affect children's hearing ability. So the primary aim of the study was to investigate the potential long-term effects of chronic ear infections on auditory processing and language development in children. Researchers sought to understand how repeated temporary hearing loss resulted from persistent ear infections might manifest in language deficits years later. The study involved 117 children aged 5 to 10 years, with and without a history of chronic ear infections in early childhood. The researchers assessed auditory processing and language development through a series of tests. These included tasks such as detecting changes in sound, naming pictures to measure vocabulary size, and matching words based on speech-sound similarities. The findings were compared between children with frequent ear infections before the age of 3 and those with minimal or no ear infections. The study found that children with a history of several ear infections before the age of 3 exhibited smaller vocabularies and struggled with tasks involving similar sounding words. Additionally, they experienced difficulties detecting changes in sound, indicating potential issues in the brain's auditory processing centers. The study emphasized that language deficits may only become apparent as a child progresses through school and face more complex language requirements. I know the results of this study might be an eye-opener for many parents, and you might think, yes, good to know this, but what can I do next? So in the next half of this video, we're going to give you some tips and tools that you might consider when you are parenting children who might have frequent ear infections or even no infections at all. Our number one tip is that parents should remain vigilant even after the last preschool ear aches fades away. Regular monitoring by parents, physicians, and speech pathologists can help identify potential language deficits that may emerge in later grades. Secondly, early intervention is important. Treating ear infections promptly is crucial to prevent fluid buildup behind the eardrum, which can harm language development. Parents should work closely with healthcare professionals to address ear infections as soon as they are identified. We also encourage you to have a language-rich environment. Creating a language-rich environment at home is important. Engage in activities that stimulate language development, such as reading books, telling stories, and encouraging conversations. These practices can provide additional support for children at risk of language deficits. It is also important that you incorporate routine hearing checkups into your child's healthcare regimen. Regular assessment can help identify potential hearing issues early on, allowing for timely intervention and support. Finally, education and awareness is important, so educate yourselves about the signs of ear infections and their potential long-term consequences. Being informed allows parents to advocate for their child's health and well-being effectively. This study serves as a wake-up call for all of us as parents, urging us to take ear infections seriously and emphasizing the long-term impact they can have on our children's language development. By remaining vigilant, seeking early intervention, and creating a language-rich environment, we as parents can play a crucial role in safeguarding our children's linguistic skills for years to come. We're now at the end of reviewing this wonderful study out of University of Florida, and as a researcher myself, I'm always very happy to share the latest research in parenting and child development with you so that you can be a parent who is armed with all the necessary information you need to be the best possible parent. Now, if you find value in this video and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber and you have friends or family who may benefit from this content, please also share it with them. Thank you so much for joining us, and goodbye for now.